Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading the first half of February, the 1st through the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, Virgos. Hope all is well. Let's see what happens for this coming up because you've had a really interesting January. Now let's see what happens for February. Okay, the cards that I use for my longer readings are Doreen Virtue, Angel Tarot cards, my Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and my Osha Zen Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, infused with Reiki energy, and this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Now, I'm going to start shuffling the cards, and I want to remind everybody that the new moon comes the 4th, okay? The 4th of February. So that's the time that we think about what our intentions are. And that's when we put them out and then we receive, okay? We ask and we receive. New moon to the full moon, we ask, we receive, if I can speak. And the full moon to the new moon, we try to get rid of, okay? So this is the time you want to really think about what you want coming up. Okay, this one has flipped. Let us go down here now. Excuse me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I know what it says. Okay, let's see about a few more cards. 2 more cards at least. Okay. Let's go in here and here. And we're going to take these next 2 cards here. Okay. Put these then here. Okay, the first card, the one that fell, they really wanted you, the angels, your spirit guides, divine, higher power wanted you to know is the star. Okay, Archangel Jophiel. And that basically says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. Okay, this just, Virgos, you might be thinking of planning a longer out of the country or long distance type of vacation too. So when I saw the make your long-term plans, I'm also getting that some people might be going and traveling. Just that's an addition. Okay, this one is reversed also. 8 of water, and 8 of water is of course our Cancer, our Pisces, and our Scorpio energy, fluidity. Okay, emotions, a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So that looks like that's still continuing for you. So you haven't, it just didn't stop on the 31st. Okay. This is still, you are still going into your, you are still having your spiritual enlightenment, your spiritual travel. And maybe the travel that you're going to be looking into is going to a spiritual place. What I was thinking about with that. Let's see what this last card says. The Knight of Fire. And fire is, of course, our Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius energy. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. So with this, while the 1st through the 14th, and again, a lot of your energy from January is still following through. This is still part of that eclipse energy here too. And then this will probably carry through till the end of February and maybe even longer. But, you are on your right track. You are doing what you need to be doing. However, with that, part of your being on your right track may be a change for you too. We've been talking about that since last fall, that you've been thinking about changing things. And this might be the time that you actually come to the decision that, yes, this is now my time to make these changes. Now that could be in a job, that could be a relationship, that could be even in a status of your life. Okay, I'm kind of feeling again, I'm feeling like creativity, birth. It doesn't mean that you're getting pregnant. It doesn't mean you're not getting pregnant. But I'm feeling that something is being developed, and it's you're being developed, but something is being developed out of all the things that has developed for you. So you have come to another plateau, especially in your spiritual development, and from that you're like, no, I need to now be doing this. Okay, it could be very similar to when I decided to leave my job, and then what are you going to do? I'm going to do this. Okay, and while it may not make sense to a lot of people, it'll make sense to you. It will feel right to you. I hope that does make sense though. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Actually, I feel that for many of the Virgos, we're going to use my Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I'm feeling for many of the Virgos, I mean, this whole thing, this whole spiritual thing has changed you. And it's changed you for the better. It has changed you for the better. You've gotten more in touch with your, your higher power. Okay, excuse me. Wow, your cards just want to come on down. They want to come out. Okay, here we go. It has gotten you more in touch with your higher power, and it's almost like you're being led. Okay, you're being led, and that it's like I'm kind of feeling, and again I'm thinking of a seed. Okay, you are the seed, and the seed. You know how there's a little like a hard shell around the seed. Well, the seed's been planted, and that hard shell has been dissolving. And now it's, it might be so thin that it even cracks. And with it, it's so that you can now, bloom. Well, not bloom as a flower, but you can now, like you can, like a little shoot of, it's like the birth is finally coming. And it's your birth. It's your birth. It's finally coming. Okay, let's cut this. 2 cards did pop out. That's where I went. And let's pull the 3rd card out here. And this will go over here. Okay, our first card, balance. Okay, so yes, it is very hard to go through with what you do and not have balance. However, you have been such an earth sign, you have been so much into the reality that now it's balancing, so you've been with the natural, the reality, the natural, and now you're finding a balance with the supernatural. And while that supernatural was kind of pulling you into, it was unbalanced for you, and it's been hard for you because it's been so unbalanced. And it's hard to live in this supernatural, especially when you want, when you're so used to being in this natural. But what's happening, this is the time that balance is actually coming to you, okay? This is when, if you see on his belt, he basically has all of the energy. He has the fire. He has the earth. He has the air. He has the water. So everything is starting to balance for you. Okay? This is reversed. It is a matter of just waiting for that. Okay? And it's a matter of you having patience as you're going through this. Because again, I am seeing that seed, the seed, and like a little green sprout is coming out of that seed, and it's being birthed. So you're going into that next phase of your development spiritually. Okay, this last card here is there is movement, choices, and decisions. Now this is an important card for you because again, there is the movement going into it. But you do have choices, and you can make the decision to stop this. If this is too hard, you can say this is not the direction I want to go. Or you can say, no, I accept this. If this is being given to me by my higher power, divine, angels, spirit guides, or whoever it is you pray for, if this is my direction, then please, let's keep going. And, and I always say, and protect me as I go through this. But this is part of that. I had some time in my life where I had to say, no, I can't go forward with this because it's just too darn hard. I want to have, my family. I have to have a job. I have to do this, and this. And it's just, I don't have this balance. But things will start to come to balance for you. It's a matter of having patience, and you will have the choices to do that with. Okay, let's see about final advice. Okay, my Osha Tarot and Zen cards, or Zen Tarot cards, sorry. Okay, ooh. Okay, any final advice? Okay, let's cut this. 1 card did pop out. And we will, okay, yes, you too? Okay, you want to go first? Okay. Okay, this first one, it is reversed, and it is compromise. So compromise, a lot of times people feel compromise is a good thing, okay? I have my point of view, you have yours, let's compromise. But for you, with this development, compromise in itself is kind of, it's just kind of I don't know, dirty, slimy. It's slimy. So in this development that you're going through, in this going to your next step, and when you're making your choices, you have to, really feel you have to make a decision. Do I want to compromise? Do I want to only accept half of what I'm being given or half of where I'm being led, and so that I can stay 1 foot here? Or do I want to actually, what do I want to do? So you really have to look to see about, how you are compromising what you are and what you are being led to do. Okay. Now I know that well, let's see what this other card says. Okay. This one is a reversed one also. Laziness. Okay. So basically this person is just, this person's not really doing anything. So these cards are warning you against compromise and warning you about not making any decisions, okay? So this is, you're going to be presented choices, you're going to be allowed to make, and you're going to be able to move forward and, make choices and have your decisions, but you're going to have to watch out to see whether you're going to be, this is warning you about laziness, against laziness. Now, for Virgos, you're not a lazy sign, okay? But, you see back here behind him, things are falling apart, and he's looking forward saying, everything's fine. So he's basically ignoring what the real truth is, okay? So this last card, let's see what this last piece of advice is for you. Creativity, okay? So this is a nurturer. This is, look at, she's praising the divine. She is colorful. She is, this is a person that is part of nature, which is what you are. You are that earth sign, but yet she's also, putting her hands up and saying to the divine, higher power, yes, I am one with you. She's looking to see, and this could be male or female energy. Just because I say she, I'm looking at the picture per se. But what it is she's blending everything. She's blending it all together. So with all of this happening, yes, you can still have your job. You can just bring it, you can just bring a higher spiritual value to your job, okay? And sometimes there's a lot of people out there that this is your, it is your calling to bring this to your job. It might be that you have to change your job to be able to not compromise, okay? Or you might have to go into your job and, when they say, well, you can't, hey, I can't compromise type of thing. But the thing is, though, you do have the ability to blend it all together. And I know that this is continuing. So it's like January was where you were being developed, and now you're actually, sprouting out into the earth. Now it's like your full potential is coming. It's not quite there because you're just still this little tiny sprout, but the seed has now cracked, it is now dissolved or whatever it does underground, and you are now sprouting out, and you are now able to take everything that you've been going through and, and now you're able to bring it into whatever the place is that you're being led to do. It's not saying that you have to quit your job. It's not. You can bring this new spirituality, this fuller spirituality. It may not even be new, but it might be a greater spirituality. You can bring that into your job. So maybe you were somebody that said, no, I don't have any tolerance for that. This is the way it is. And now you might be coming and saying, well, you know what? Maybe let's relook at that. Okay? So this is still, again, this is still more spiritual growth. This is still, your next step. It's all good. It is all good. The nice thing is we go back to our first card that jumped out, which is the Star. And these are going to actually be so much better times. It's actually like, it's like this stretching of January. It's now, I'm surprised we didn't get the one with the puzzle pieces, because it's like the pieces are coming together for you. And now you know what you're supposed to be doing. You have more confidence in what you're supposed to be doing. And that could relate to anything. While this was a very spiritual reading for you, Virgos, it could also be, that this is going to be brought into your relationships. It's going to be brought into your work. It's going to be brought into everything. And it's all good. It's all good. So, again, happy Valentine's, Virgo. Valentine's Day, Virgo. Know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.